Hello everybody, this is Robin Dudley. How's the Artsy Bohemian? I'm here in my studio in Los Angeles and I am healthy and I hope you all are healthy as well. I'm really excited to show you a project. I keep reverting back to this kind of shabby chic neutral theme and I just love it. I love it. Love making things with it. So I'm going to show you step by step how I did this. This is not what it's going to look like. It's going to look different when we're done, but this is the base. But before I show you that, I wanted to show you this mail that I got from some rubber stamps that I had purchased from a company that I love. I've been buying from them for probably 15 or more years. It's called Red Lead Paperworks, and I'll give you the email, or the website in a minute, but I was so excited when I got my package. Look at how stinking cute. Just the outside. This is all rubber stamped, by the way. So, how cute is that? These are all their rubber stamps. Not all of them, but some of their cute rubber stamps. They use one that I actually bought, which is a super cute bunny. I call him a little scruffy bunny. I can't even, this package is so big. I'm trying to show you all of it. These are rubber stamps that they stamped on here that they have available. I also bought her, but in a miniature size. And then, look how cute. They gave me lots of little extra gifts. And of course they hand stamped. Oh, so cute. This is a new stamp they have. It's a rubber, a paper doll, which I absolutely love. I've always loved paper dolls. And then this was like a little gift. They had stamped the glassine bag. There's a little crown in there. And then how cute is that? This is the stamp I bought. I'm probably going to stamp her on some things and put her in the little pouch that we're making. And then this almost made me cry. It was so sweet. They said, this is what they said, "Dear Art Girl, we wanted to let you know how much we appreciate your order and we hope your Red Lead products bring you joy and happiness. Thank you for shopping with us. Stay safe and be well." Chris and Sharon, they're two sisters that have been doing this for quite a while. And I mean, I always love getting packages from them, but they kind of went over and beyond this time. I think they're just so appreciative that people are buying things from them. And these are little wooden French, like a pyrography, is it called, where they burn the wood, so they're like stamped marks. Cute. And then these are just things that they have available in their store. If you belong to their newsletter, look at how cute that is. Oh, my stupid camera's not focusing. Then they send you updates every week, and they have samples of things that they've made, and then they always give you a free collage sheet. And then this is so darn cute. Look at that cute little lammy. And these are my stamps that I got. Again, these are rubber stamped on here. Look at how stinking cute those rubber stamps are. Oh, I love rubber stamps still to this day. So I'm going to probably stamp some of these and put them on tags and little envelopes, and how cute is that? So I just wanted to show you that. This is their website. And I'll put it down below too. Alright, so let's get going on here. How cute. This is going to be so fun. I hope this brings some joy to your day, considering everything that's going on. So, like I normally do, I haven't glued anything down yet. I've cut most everything out so we don't waste time. But I'm going to show you what I did. Of course, I was inspired by Pinterest. I love Pinterest. If you guys get in a creative funk, I highly suggest that you just start browsing Pinterest and you'll be reinvigorated. So this is a file folder. Again, we're altering a file folder. Can't get away from those. I just love doing them. And I cut it 9 inches wide. So I cut a little bit off, and then I sewed the edges down here. Distressed it with ink. Here's the opening here so you can add stuff in there. Added a Tim Holtz label, which I distressed, and then, oops, I was supposed to distress the back, but I didn't. Okay, so that's that, and then I cut out some lace. This is from an old dress I got at a thrift store, and that's going to be glued down. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and glue it down there because it's going to take a little bit before we can start doing some other stuff. This glue is super shiny, so I'm actually just going to glue it onto some areas on here that are more solid because I don't like how it looks when it dries. And since this is going to be showing, that's why I'm going to be doing that. And it could be that I may sew it down, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't sew it where the glue is because that'll eventually ruin your needle or your sewing machine. So we are all healthy. My family and I work from home anyway, so it's not a big stretch for us to stay at home. We just make sure we don't have to go out every day and get groceries or whatever. We go once every 2 weeks, just stock up on what we need. Wear a mask, hand sanitizer. We have a whole routine. When we get home, everything gets left outside and we just wash everything down with a bleach solution that I made. And then take our shoes off. I mean, we're kind of a little overboard, but considering the circumstances, I don't think you can be too cautious because I hear horror stories about even having to be in a respirator, how horrible that is. It's such a horrible experience just so you can stay alive. So we are extremely diligent. Wash our hands constantly. My hands are kind of getting red even though I put lotion on them all the time. And my husband was so proactive when all of this started going down, which I'm grateful for. He got hand sanitizer before lots of people did. He didn't like drain the system, but he got enough for us to last for a few months. So, and then soap, you know, all of that. We make our own detergent, our own disinfectant with bleach, and I add essential oils to it so it smells pretty. So I hope you are all well and that you your family and your friends are well as well too. So I just glued that down, half of it, and then the other part, because this isn't going to be showing, I didn't want to waste the fabric. So what I did here, I'm just going to slide all this off if I can. You know how it is, it's like you figure out how you're going to design it so you don't want to. I probably should take a picture, but I didn't. I glued down some lace here already, so this is going to be a pocket. So we're going to go ahead and just glue all this down. Did I glue that down yet? No, I didn't. So this is a lot of layers of lace, and just kind of makes it kind of rich, I think, with all the layers. And you could use this just to file away your little treasures. Like, these are the things I love, putting in my junk journals and saving, are these. Just how can you get rid of something like this? How darn cute are all of these little things that they sent in the mail. Okay, so what I did was, most of you know what these are if you're in the States. There's glue on my fingernails. These are called Scrabble tiles, and it's a word game here in the US. So if you have old Scrabble, or if you want to go on eBay, you can probably find an old Scrabble board game. Just make sure all of the tiles are in there, or most all of them anyway. So bringing us a little bit of Paris here. And then what I did also was I took some of the rayon Snug Hug oatmeal color, and I did a running stitch on my machine and then gathered it. So I have 2 of those. They're probably about 5 inches long, but you know, they're probably twice as long as that. Whenever I gather, I don't measure it. I just kind of do a long strip, and then I'll cut it, but I have to glue at the ends to make sure the raveling doesn't come undone. But this is the Hug Snug. Most of you know what this is. Those of you who are new might not. It's oatmeal, the color oatmeal. And that's what I did for those 2 pieces. And I'm going to add another layer of lace here. I don't know if you can hear the train. We live by a train. We actually live really close to the port of Long Beach, where a lot of stuff comes into the States. This is, you know, most of this is old stuff, old lace and stuff, and I do have people asking me where I get my stuff, and honestly, I've been collecting it for years and years and years, mostly from thrift stores. Even if it's just a little bit, I just snag anything old, especially most of the time. I don't buy it if it's really expensive. I only buy stuff if I get a good deal on it. And so I go to thrift stores on a regular basis, and I go to flea markets on a regular basis. Obviously not now because of everything going on, but so there's 2 layers of lace, and I did distress this one underneath here as well, just so it didn't look so stark, too bright. This is some kind of a panel that was probably for a blouse, maybe at some point. Probably somebody did all of this open lace work. That's all hand done, so I thought that looked pretty here. So I'm going to glue that down. And again, you know, you could sew all of this down too. I mean, I could, if you wanted to, you could make that into a pocket as well, but it's going to be covered, part of it's going to be covered with some, a bow. And then I'm going to edge the whole outside of it with some other lace that I have. And I had mentioned last week in my tutorial, which really wasn't a tutorial, it was just a quickie, that I have a new online class, and I have an early bird bundle going on until the 14th of April. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link down below. I'll show you the sample of what it is in a few minutes here. It's called a slow stitch snippet necklace. And even if you don't make jewelry, you might like it because the techniques I show you in the class can be applied to other types of crafting that you do. So I have that, and then here's some more cute vintage lace. It has all these age spots on it, which I really like. So I'm going to have to readjust this to see how I did this. This is some old tatting. Just zoom this in a little bit. Like you can see. And just gonna look at this to make sure it's I just love the details of this eyelet lace. You can see where somebody had sewed it onto something and then undid it. So I like that showing. Just it gives some extra detail to this. And I'm going to scrunch these down here and lay the tiles on top of those to give them some lift. And then this is, I wanted to show you how I did this. You know when you buy old millinery or old textiles and they'll have a bow on there and it looks all squished? Well, what I did was I took, and I've showed you this before in other videos, but I'll go ahead and show you this. So I'll just take and roll off some of the lace and just take and wrap this around my hand 3 times. 2, 3. Grab it in the middle, pull it out. And then cut this, and then I'll go ahead and tie it in the center. It's kind of an interesting color. It's kind of a grayish off-white color, but I take a sponge to it with some ink and just put the ink on it, and it makes it look a little old. Splay these out. And so I kind of center it to make sure it's right before I tie and pull the ends really tight. I'm just going to cut the ends here. And then just roll it in my hands. And if you have a sponge that already has some ink on it, like this one, it just kind of comes off. You don't need a lot. You just want to give it that look that it's been around for a while. And then I bent it down so it kind of droops down from the center. And it makes it look kind of squished. You just keep rolling it in your hands, and then if you want, you could even hot glue a little dab in there to kind of make this go down. And it just goes like that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And like I said, if you just keep working with it, sometimes if your hands are too dry, if you put a little bit of lotion on them and rub the lotion in like you normally would, you'll get a little bit more traction. And then it kind of, you know, it has that kind of old look to it. So that's what I did with that. That's going to go there. These are going to go here. And I'm just making sure this is going to look good. Might make it kind of wonky like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down this part here. I'll just glue this first so I know it's on there, and then I'll glue the other piece down. there. It's going to look like that. I'm gonna put some hot glue just to set it in place. There we go. It's always a good idea to start in the middle when you're designing something so that everything from that point will be centered or somewhat centered, hopefully. Almost done. See if it's pretty centered. So I'm going to add that bow, and then I'm going to glue this pocket down and then add trim. This is an old yo-yo. So I'm going to sew that down to this, and then I'm going to sew a little tiny mother of pearl button on there. You can usually get these also at the flea market, and I think they were made for little girls clothing. So they're nice to have because they're so small. Someone had asked me how I do a knot, and let's see if I can get it close up here. So all I do is I take and grab the thread, wrap it around once, and I twist with the thread and then pull it, and then you get a knot. See, I kind of like it like that. eBay's also a good place to get vintage and antique trims and buttons. It looks like that. I'm just going to do one because it's a pretty big piece of cord on there. Plus I'm going to glue it down, so. Could do something like this for a an insert, you know, like just a half page instead of a, you know, one this big, unless your journal is this big. And I'm just gonna glue this because it won't glue so quickly. Yeah, you can make, you know, them a little bit smaller than this. Might be kind of fun to add a handle on the top, and then you can hang it on your wall, and then, you know, put little cards in there, pieces of ephemera that you use for your crafting. And then I couldn't decide. I had picked two different trims. This one is really pretty. It has velvet running through it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one, which it looks pretty. I like it. It's going to go all the way around it. But this one is really, this is the one I use all the time, and I really like this one too. So I think I'm going to use this one. I really like it. I like this one. I might add maybe some up here. Maybe I'll do that up here. Or maybe across like that. That might look cute. That would be kind of like a little belly band maybe too. To kind of hold the cards in place. So maybe I'll just do that before I glue the outside trim on. I'll leave a little bit loose. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to accumulate all of this stuff. It doesn't happen all at once. Unless, of course, you know, look a lot on eBay and buy the large lots in bulk. But even then, it still takes a time to accumulate all this old stuff. And then I might just make two marks there, maybe put two buttons. That would look kind of cute. So I'm liking the way it's coming out so far. It's not too complicated. And I've already done the hardest part for you, which is just designing it. So if you want to just take the same process that I just showed you, that's fine with me. I'm not going to cover up, oops, that's the wrong way. I'm not going to cover up the this work that they did on this side here. I'm going to cut this because I did it the wrong way. So I will come back when this is all glued down, and I'm going to make a couple tags to go inside with those cute new stamps. Okay, I glued down all the lace, and it's super cute. I added some of these tags. These are all from, well, not that one, but these are from the package I showed you in the beginning from the Rubber Stamp Company Red Lead. And I'm gonna stamp one of the images on here because I haven't used them yet. Super cute. And I'm gonna stamp something there too in black. Leave that open. A couple of other ones here. Oh, I just love this cute little bunny. So cute. I need to get a better stamp pad. This one's not the best. Do one here. Clean those off in a little bit. And like I said, if you wanted to, so you have a pocket here to put stuff in, you could add eyelets here and then put some pretty lace and you can hang it. Isn't that cute? And I sewed a little button in the center here. I didn't glue it down, I just thought it was cute for decoration. And put these little guys in here. Alright, so I hope this brought a little bit of fun into your day today. I wanted to show you again, for those of you who haven't seen, this is the new class I'm teaching, and it's called the Slow Stitch Snippet Pouch Necklace. It's an actual necklace, and it's kind of like mixed media, taking apart old necklaces and putting them together to make a new one. And here's a snippet on here, and then there's all kinds of snippets and embroidery on the pouch itself, and it actually opens. So if you're interested, check out my online school down below, and the bonuses that I'll have, they'll end on April 14th, 2020. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. See you in the next video.